Hi everybody, it's Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here for my fourth and final card for the 10 Years of Growth Paper Pumpkin Kit that we got for March. I am going to do this card today. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to set it over there. First thing you're going to do is cut the bottom off your box. I just X-Acto knifed it around the edge and then peeled it off. And as you can see here, I got different thicknesses coming off the box in the paper. So, you know, it's kind of the backing to the box is kind of stuck on the paper. And if you peel too hard, you will go through, and this is kind of a plastic layer. It will start to peel away from the colored layer. So just go slow. Then what we're going to do is create a card using just strips. So I cut the back off the box, and then I just cut it into different widths of strips. I went in different long ways and then crossways on the box. Just thought that might give it a different look. And I also have some strips of paper in coordinating colors that went with the kit itself. So I'm going to get started and I'll show you what I did to create it. So I have just a standard white base that's 8.5 by 5.5. I went ahead and stamped on the inside already. I have a layer of shaded spruce that we'll put this on. This is, I cut down on the 8th. So this one is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Just going to have a little tiny border on that one. And then this one is 5 1/4 by 4. So all I did was, let me bring in a piece of paper that I can get all gluey. I just started, I took my widest piece that I had, and I just started, I glued it down right in the center. So just add some glue and then glue it down right in the center. Now it doesn't matter if it hangs off the edge, that's okay. And then I alternated in there with my solid strips. So this one is Orchid Oasis strip. And then I just alternated and different widths of these strips as well. So I'm going to get a skinny one of my Coastal Cabana. And again, you just want them at different lengths. And then go ahead and just glue them down. So I'm going to save that one. I'm going to do a skinny one of this. And I'm going to stick it out over and above. And let's do a green, a fat green. I'm going to do a skinny green, I guess. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just laying them next to each other all the way up the side of the basic white. Again, some short, some long. And let's do a polished pink. We're going to make that one a little bit longer. And then I'll come in with this width of the box and we're going to call it good. Go in this direction. Like that. Just going to stick it down. Then we're going to, I'm going to cut these off because when I made my first sample, I cut them off as I went. And they didn't stick to everything, but now they're sticking to everything. I don't want them on there. So I'm going to move those aside. You might use those strips again. Otherwise, I do have a bunch more. So let's use a skinnier strip again. And we'll put that here. Come up a little bit higher. And then I got pink, green, blue, blue. So let's do this pink. I'm going to do another skinny pink. Stick that up there. Now I am going quickly. So you just want to make sure that your papers are glued down well and that you are not getting glue everywhere. And so now let me bring in this fat piece. And I also looked to see what colors. You know, I was a little methodical and trying to make a variety of the colors around as well so that I didn't have all this pink showing up at the top. I wanted to put some down along the edge here as well. So we'll use this piece. I'll come down a little bit. Cut that off right there. And now we can let's use a fatter blue. Where's my blue? Over here. I got a fatter blue. We'll put that in here. I don't think I want it quite that fat, but I don't want it quite this skinny because I got enough skinny. I think I'll use the skinny anyway. It'll look good. And then we will come in with another piece of the box. That one's a little fatter than I want. Let's see, I could trim it down. I'll use the skinny one. Trim the end off. Oh, right there. I want that blue more in the middle. So, and I do have a giant piece of the box left over. So you've got a whole giant base to choose from for the colors that you want to use. I just am using up these strips that I cut for my sample. I'm going to come down a little bit. And what do we got? We need another one of these blues. Coastal Cabana. There we go. I got adhesive on the end of it. Best little cheap tool everybody needs in their craft room, I tell you. All right, so I think we're going to stop. You think? Maybe we should go one more skinny. I got room for this little skinny one on there. right there, coming down to the end. All right, then I'm going to cut them off. You can use your trimmer or you can use your scissors. Whatever works best for you. Get rid of that little wad of mess there. There. All right. So that's it. You got all kinds of paper strips left over to make more cards. Quick and easy. That back of that should make, well, 5 or 6 at least, I would say, because I got 2 left, and I got enough strips here probably, or I got 2 done. I got enough strips probably for 1 more, and I got a huge piece still left over on my cutter. So now we're going to move on to the flower pot. Actually, yeah, I'm going to move on to the flower pot. So we're going to cut out, I'm going to use the purple one on this one because I got it right here. And so I just cut it out. Cut the whole thing out. It makes it a little bit bigger, more pronounced if we cut the whole thing out. And don't worry if you break the pot off from how it's attached on there, because we could put a piece of tear tape behind it to hold it together, run it across here, or we'll use dimensionals, and I will put the dimensional over the 2 pieces so that they stay together. So then flip it over. I want to make sure that I leave some space up here for my greeting. Should we put that on next? Why don't we put the greeting on next? I'm going to say, to a wonderful mother, in our Orchid Oasis ink. Could use polished pink because that's what's in your kit. Put that up at the top. To a wonderful mother. And then now, like I said, flip over your piece with the cutout. And then we're just going to take our shaded spruce ink and a small blending brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of ink to the card so that it shows underneath the piece that we're going to put on. I didn't want it too dark. You see I got a little bit of my ink down there, so be careful when you do that with the cutout. You'll want to be sure not to go too far off, or tape another piece of paper on there or something so that it gives you a little bit bigger border. Or you can get out your sand eraser and voila, you remove. I don't want to jiggle the camera too much, but we're going to remove that. I'm going to take one of the ferns from the kit. I'm going to load the back of this up with little pieces of dimensional, and I'll be right back. All right, while I was at it, I put a couple dimensionals on the back of our flower pot. I lined up some of the dimensionals on the leaves, and I'm going to place that down like this to give it dimension, that there's more than one flower there. We're going to put the pot over the top. Now, if you have a very, very faint gray marker, you can go ahead and ground your pot there. Just put a little line underneath. Got to put some glue on my corner here. It's coming off. My friend on this one said I needed to put the little cat. So if you looked at the other videos, you saw I used the cat from Grace's Garden. So he would be cute. You could put him right down here looking up at it. She's a huge cat lover. And has more cat stamps than you can imagine. And makes the cutest darn cards with them. So I'm just going to stick that on. Then I'm going to put the adhesive on the back of this piece that we just made. Try and even that up on there. And there we go. That's our last card, you guys. Easy, and I loved the fact that it used the box. It's got some shimmer to it. And then I made it into a Mother's Day card for the inside. Thanks for watching.